Angus, congratulations, another brilliant win here. Another fantastic way to start the season, isn't it, with a win at home, and a very comprehensive one at that.
Yeah, obviously it's great. I think Wardy keeps saying to us, not only is scoring a point so impressive, but keeping teams to a very low score. We haven't let a try come in against us yet, which is for us massive. We want to be a team that's very hard to break down. And when you Ampthill coming in, we're going to be very patient with the ball, particularly when they get into our 22. So for us just to be patient as well and trust our defence was very rewarding coming off the field. Yeah,
you mentioned the patience. Was that the best thing about that game? We kind of just kept getting better as the minutes went on, didn't we? It was, the first half was a tad scrappy, and then we just really built in that last kind of half an hour or so, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely. Probably playing into the wind to start with was always going to make it more difficult. It was a lot harder to exit, and even just things like passing the ball, because it was so strong, the wind was just taking it. So we were forced to play a bit tight, and as you said, it was scrappy at the start, but we just trust our system. We know we can play a good style of rugby, and we know that whenever we play as a unit, we play very well. So yeah, in the second half it was nice to see it come together, and just again trust our fitness when it comes in the second half that we're going to start to play.
Yeah, that patience that you spoke about as well, the fact that we kind of wait for those counter-attacking opportunities when they arrive, and like your try there was a stunner. It opens up, and then we can let that back three really fly, can't we?
Yeah, it's nice to get the ball when you've got a little bit of space, and credit to Lukey, just drawing the man in really well. But a lot of it comes down to our forwards working extremely hard, and they create the space for us by being really direct and really tight.
What was the message at half time? Because I think we scored 3 tries, but I guess with the wind it was a little bit of a struggle, and then we really kind of took the shackles off in that second half.
Yeah, at half time it was, as you say, it was a little bit of a scrappy first half. So again, we're just saying, just trust our system, it will come. Probably the one thing to work on for us was the penalties. We let in a little too many in the first half, which gave them a little bit of territory and possession. So yeah, we tried to tighten up in the second half, but we knew when we were coming out with the wind, we were going to have the advantage in the second half.
What was the discipline? Was a bit of an issue today? Is it almost over-eagerness, if you like, in that defence at the moment, perhaps?
I think so, sometimes, yeah. There were a couple for maybe high shots and a couple of offsides, which we're really trying to work on being an aggressive defence, one that's extremely hard to come up against. So maybe it's a little bit of that, but yeah, we've got to work on it. We don't want to give teams easy access to our 22.
Yeah, that defence again will probably get the headlines, actually. That's just 9 points conceded in 2 games. One hell of a way to start the season, isn't it? Yeah.
I think Ealing have always been known for a team that are going to throw the ball around and be a very dangerous team, but this season we're going to make it hard to score against us, as well as us being a high scoring team. So yeah, something we're going to keep working on as well.
Man of the match for yourself, really growing into this club and this team. You're really thriving at the moment.
Yeah, really enjoying it, to be honest, and I think that's the important thing. We enjoy coming in together, we enjoy playing together, and for me I've been really enjoying it, and it's a great bunch of lads, and whenever you can play a game with a smile on your face, it's always going to be a little bit better.
A short turnaround now to Coventry, which is one of the toughest places to go in the Championship. I guess we head there with lots of excitement after another great win today.
Yeah, definitely, and I think for us the one thing is just keep focusing on that game at the end of this week. Let's not get caught up in what's going to happen at the end of the season or how other matches are going. We can control what happens this week, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, and just finally as well, you're at the start of your Ealing Trailfinders journey, but 2 lads who have got plenty of experience with those 100 caps today. It's a nice moment for the club, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is awesome. Will's been on great form this year, and Rain's Schmidt. He always plays well, and is a fantastic player to play with and a great leader, so extremely happy for those guys, and it's extremely well deserved by them.
Ben, a 54-6 win over Ampthill today, our second win out of 2 Championship games so far. Must be very pleased with that, I imagine.
Yeah, again, we spoke as a team there, but more probably pleased with the 6 rather than the 54. Really good second half performance, really pleased with the guys.
What changed in that second half? The first half we were kind of going through the motions a little bit, but second half much better.
Yeah, probably a couple of things. Obviously first half we were playing into the breeze, so every time we lost the ball, a bit of ill discipline, and we just kept giving them territory. I thought we defended really well, but probably not as aggressive as we like. So we just spoke about a couple of things at half time, and we took much better control second half.
A lot of people will see the 54 and that'll get the headlines, but it's probably the 6 conceded that internally will be the most pleasing. That's only 9 points conceded in 2 games. We're defensively on point at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah, look, the boys are keen to defend as much as possible. Ideally, I prefer to have the ball a bit more in hand, and it helps my heart rate a little bit more. But I think Ampthill had a lot of territory in that first half. I thought they had a lot of possession, and we gifted them too many entries into our 22, but we defended really well, and the boys are proud and they're enjoying defending, and Glenn's doing a really good job there.
Are you pleased with the patience we have with ball in hand at the moment? It seems like we're not forcing it so much, and then we get those opportunities kind of later in the phases.
Yeah, I praise our leaders a lot and our game drivers, and I think they're at the moment, they're just in complete control out there. They don't need me to say too much. They know what they're doing, they know how we want to play, and we worked really hard over the past probably 12 to 18 months on just, albeit without too many games, being able to judge how a game goes and judge when we need to play and when we need to put the ball in behind.
Perhaps a little bit leaky in terms of penalty-wise discipline. Was that maybe over-eagerness in defence, do you think, a little bit?
I'm not sure it was over eagerness. I felt actually it was a little bit that we weren't winning the collisions and then going for that breakdown. And if you don't win the collision, you've got someone on the wrong side, and nowadays the ref won't allow you to do that. So just picking and choosing our moments, but that starts with the collision.
Highlights reel will look pretty nice, and brilliant tries in there as well. Must have been really pleased with the way the lads were expressing themselves. Yeah,
look, we know that we can go from one end of the pitch to another within sort of 20-30 seconds. We've got the guys to do it. There was some really nice tries, some nice composure. Probably for me, I think there was one moment in the game, I think we turned the ball over and Lukey kicks the ball 60-70 metres, and within the screen, in the screen you end up with 7 or 8 players in screenshot compared to only one Ampthill player, and that was the most pleasing.
Yeah, just building into Coventry as well now, a really tough place to go, just 6 days as well, but the lads will be excited after such a great win today. Yeah,
look, it's a short turnaround. We know that they're a tough team, they bring a lot of line speed, they're aggressive. We're going to have to front up. Every time you go away in this league, you have to front up, and it'll be no different next week. And we're really pleased to be able to obviously save some of the legs of some of the guys and get some guys, get the whole bench on today.
Yeah, a word for Rain and Will as well, 100 caps, both scored and both brilliant today.
Yeah, look, tremendous. Will did a massive shift last week for us. We rotated a bit today. B came on within 20 minutes. He's got a try. Stalwart of the club, works incredibly hard. And Rain, as I say, it's a pleasure to have him at the club. He's a brilliant leader. I thought he played really well today. Made some big impacts at times, and not necessarily what you expect. Sometimes people associate him with just the carries, but I thought defensively he was brilliant today, and some of his work rate off the ball was tremendous. So really pleased for both the guys, and they should get a lot of plaudits.